Networking expert and author of I'm at a Networking Event, Now What? A guide to getting the most out of any networking event. Please welcome Sandy Jones-Kaminski.
I'll get back to that later. So, good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm happy to see all these smiling faces so early and ready to go. And I'm really excited to be here because I was thrilled to be invited to speak about networking. It's a topic I'm really passionate about. And I was thrilled that the OHUG board recognized that there's a way that they can help empower everyone here to have a really enriching, valuable experience. I mean, I think there's lots of knowledge to be gained here, but by a show of hands, I'd like to see how many people came here with one of the goals being to meet some new people and maybe make some new connections. Let's see some hands. Okay, so 80% of the room is here for that reason. So the fact that the board said, what else can we do to try and cultivate that and make it easier for people and give them some tips to make the most of this experience is really important. According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of the word network is a group of people who exchange, that being the key word, it's a reciprocal kind of thing. They exchange knowledge, they exchange contacts, they exchange ideas, they exchange resources. And they do it for social or professional purposes. So that's really what that's all about. There's no other agenda to it. It's really a genuine desire to try and connect and learn more about each other and share information and knowledge and resources that we have. So your efforts to do that are completely legitimate and they're important to all our careers. So I'm going to get to the first slide here and explain my ADD moment with my phone, right? So one of the things that I wanted to offer as a tip here is to try and not hide behind your phone or your iPad or your laptop, right? I mean, we're all so guilty of this today. We all see everybody walking around looking down and not really making eye contact or looking at each other. And one of the places you really want to be conscientious about this is when you're in a session, when you're waiting for a session to start. Don't waste that opportunity to maybe chat up the people sitting behind you, next to you. It's an ideal time to reach out and make some of those connections that you wanted to. You know, I was explaining last night, I did this session, and we were talking about, you know, remember the old days, you used to have to wait in the line for a payphone to reach out to the rest of the world. And even in those lines, you would make conversation. I mean, I've met people in lines at the bathroom. I mean, I've met people in lines everywhere. So think about that and think about using your mobile devices, you know, when you kind of go off somewhere and just focus on that and give the time to yourself to be here and to make connections and interact with the people around you, whether you're in line for a drink or whatever. Use that time to turn around or tap the person on the shoulder in front of you and find out who they are and why they're here. So, you know, don't wait for others to initiate those conversations. It's a great time. You saw the hands here. Everybody wants to meet other people. So people are receptive. They want to talk. They want to find out why you're here and take advantage of that. So let's move to number 2. You know, one of the things I get asked a lot, because I do a lot of webinars and speaking engagements about networking, and one of the questions that always comes up is, you know, how do you make a graceful entrance into a couple of people that are standing there, or just one person who's talking? And you know, the idea is to just smile, right? That being one of the biggest invitations to a conversation there is, right? We don't think about how often we're walking around and we don't really smile. We all sort of have this, you know, not a grimace maybe, but you know, we're just sort of flat and we're maybe thinking about other things. But take advantage of those opportunities when you are coming near another human to smile, and odds are they'll smile back and, you know, introduce yourself, find out what brought them here, what's going on. And, you know, one of the most important things too today, because for some reason it's something that we remember if it's bad, is the handshake, right? Think about extending that hand, and I'd like everyone right now to turn to the person next to them and practice your handshake. Give me a good that never goes out of style. That's an important part of making a good impression because you forget about the regular handshakes, but you do remember those odd ones. And you say, oh, is that guy with the... So don't be that person, right? This is a farmer event. This is not a hunter event. Are people familiar with that? Right? You're not here trying to bag prey. You are here to plant seeds and then, start to water that garden and then see what grows. That's what networking really